Using mouse and keyboard on your favorite console is something that everyone has wanted to do from time to time. Today we are going to review the pros and cons of these three items right here, which are all mouse and keyboard adapters from Aimzenix. Hello and welcome back to Gears and Tech. You've already seen us do an unboxing on each of these three individually, and that might have left you wondering, well, which one should I actually get? So you've decided mouse and keyboard adapter is definitely what you're looking for whatever reason. We're not going to judge. If you decide it's best for you, now you want to know which one is best for me. So I'm going to walk you through kind of the pros and cons of each of these three devices so that you can best decide which one is the one that you're looking for. Now, let's start off by saying what these three are. First, on the side here, we have the Aimzenix Blader. Now, the Blader is roughly $20. It's an inexpensive mouse and keyboard adapter, and it slots at the bottom end. That doesn't mean it's no good. It just means that it's one of the cheaper adapters. It supports all of your most recent consoles, including PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, Xbox Series X, Series S. What's the other Xbox? Xbox One, and your Nintendo Switch. It fully supports mouse and keyboard. It has adjustable keybinds. You can remap all of your keys, and it's a basic no-frills system that just works. Before we get too far into this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel down below. If you've seen some of our content already and have not subscribed, we want you to join our community. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let's get back to the video. Moving up to the Aimzenix Striker, this supports all of the same systems as the previous unit with one small exception, which we will discuss in the pros and cons section. It also has full app control. So this is the first one in the lineup that gives you app control to adjust all kinds of settings. You can adjust aim assist, you can adjust your speed, your sensitivity, your smoothness, your aiming curve. It adjusts all of that to make a more seamless experience. If you need a customizable, custom setup that's perfect for you, where you tweak and adjust, then this is the cheapest one that you can get to jump into that sort of functionality. Rounding out the lineup right at the top is the Aimzenix Monster. Now the Monster is an absolute monster, especially when you compare the size here. So let's get the Monster next to the Striker and next to the Blader. See, this guy is huge. It is quite substantial. It is very solid, and it is a well put together piece of equipment. It is very high quality, and you're gonna pay a little bit for that high quality. It has all of the same connectivity as the other devices with one major difference, and that is this guy has an Ethernet port on the back, which allows you to connect to your PlayStation 5 and play PlayStation 5 titles, including titles like Rainbow Six Siege, using a remote play connection over Ethernet. So it does give you the full, roundest, most complete support for all consoles with all games in all genres, right through, no matter what. If you want to use this on a PlayStation 5, this is probably the one you're looking for. But there is one exception here. We're going to cover that shortly. Now, as far as price point, they range all the way from $20 all the way up to $130. So you can set the price point that you're willing to pay and know that you're getting a quality product from Aimzenix with the features that you're looking for at the price that you want to pay. These two over here do both support that app that we talked about, which gives you full customizability. If you need that customizability, you're looking at one of these two. The next thing you're going to ask yourself is, well, what if I have a PlayStation 5? If you have a PlayStation 5, I do not recommend this guy, the Striker. It only supports PlayStation 4 games on your PlayStation 5, and it will become obsolete quickly for you. The Aimzenix Monster is probably the one you're looking for, but in a surprise, the Besavior U5 Dongle, which you've seen on this channel already, actually is supported by the Aimzenix Blader. So for an extra $50, you can get the Blader functionality. Now the benefit of this, because now you're saying, okay, well, the Blader for 20 bucks plus 50 bucks, I'm now at 70 bucks, or I spend a little bit more and get the Monster, which supports PlayStation 5 right out of the gate. The big difference here is with this setup right here using a Besavior U5 and the blader, it is a direct connection. So you are not using remote play, whereas the Monster is still using the older remote play setup. So this is a setup that's been used by everybody in the past. They've all used it before, and so it's well established to work very, very well. However, all of them are switching to a direct connection option, which was fully unlocked when Besavior went and released this dongle. Now they have provided this information to some of the other manufacturers who are using it as well. Cronus ZEN comes to mind, AIM comes to mind. So they're all using this direct connection too. Will the Monster be updated to use direct PlayStation 5 connectivity? I think they can, and I'm going to reach out and ask them if they would like to share that information, if they can, if they're going to. But I believe they can. This is upgradable, and with one small upgrade, that could be unlocked. And if that happens, at the time of this video, it has not happened, but if that happens, then the Monster would probably become my recommended device, simply for the fact that it's got the app support and full current gen console support. But if you need PlayStation 5 support, do not count this out. This is a no frills, cheap, inexpensive way to get mouse and keyboard on your console. And if I'm being honest here, which I want to be honest with you guys, the app adds a lot of customizable functionality for those that want the ability to adjust your settings, to adjust all that stuff. But some of you don't want that. The people who want to just plug it in and use it, this is probably the setting you look for. You can adjust your keybinds if you need to, but it's probably easier to just learn what the keybinds are. They make sense. They're in the standard format that you're used to when you're playing mouse and keyboard on PC anyway. So it's not like you're gonna have to learn all new buttons. You're still using the WASD to navigate around. You're using the space bar for the X button or the jump. You're using the C button to crouch. It's all natural and normal to exactly what you would be used to. So even though you don't have the app control, you don't have that fine customizability, you do still have enough customization to make it work. Now, the one problem that I have with all of these devices is wires. Once you get a controller plugged in and a keyboard plugged in and a mouse plugged in and a power cord plugged in and a cord from the console to the unit plugged in, you get a lot of wires everywhere. You also become fully tethered to your machine. So if you're not using it in a setup like this at a desk, you're over at a TV, it does start to get really clunky and cumbersome. If you're using a mouse and keyboard, you're probably at a desk anyway. And so all of these you'll be able to manage those wires. Overall, you really can't go wrong with any of these three devices, but my top pick for you guys, the viewer, is either go with this guy because it's the budget option that just gets you into it, or go with the Monster. This middle guy here, it kind of does the Monster stuff, but not that great, especially on a PlayStation 5, and it works just as good as this guy, which is half the price. So if it comes down to dollars, this is your guy for sure. If you've got the extra cash, just see if you've got enough for that Monster, because it's going to be the one that's best supported moving through the future. If now stock and supply might be limited, it depends really on demand. And right now you are still able to get them. I've put links in the description to all three of these, as well as the Besavior U5, if that's something that you want to consider for your setup. The one thing to note is, in my testing, this Besavior U5 does not work with the Monster, and it does not work with the Striker. That's mostly because of the way that the app connects to this and then switches the modes for the console that it's using. In the future, they could add support for this, but currently only this guy supports that Besavior U5, and that's probably not an accident. I don't expect that connectivity will be added in the future, just because there's really no value for them to do that. I hope that helped you out in making a decision on what's right for you. We got tons of other great tips on this channel. I hope you check those out. Hey, thanks for watching all the way to the end of this video. We hope you enjoy the content in this video, and we'd love to have you come back. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And for those subscribers who are looking for that extra special thing that you can do to support this channel, consider joining our members group. That's where we're building this community, the Gears and Tech community, where we can all enjoy content together. you'll get special perks, which we'd love for you to check out by clicking the link down below. For those of you who are just happy to watch the video, that's okay too. You can check out some of our other content right over here, where we've got some previous videos that have already been uploaded and enjoyed by many of our viewers already. We do hope to see you again. This has been Gears and Tech. Have a great day.